What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kaz, and in today's video is going to be just one of my talking videos, giving you guys good motivation, good energy. And in today's topic, I want to talk about how self-control is the ultimate spiritual power. Now, self-control is the key to you manifesting anything you want, you having power, and you taking over your life. If you do not have any form of self-control, you cannot control your own life, or you cannot lead a partner, or you cannot be the person you desire, because self-control is lacking in your life. Now, when I say self-control, I don't just mean like anything vague. When I say self-control, I'm specifically talking about sexual control, sexual energy. You being able to resist the wrath of lust. Now, lust is the number one key of control in this society. That's why everything around us is just controlled by sex. You see it everywhere, guys. You cannot do anything, you cannot browse the internet or anything like that without some type of pop-up or anything like that popping up in your face and just throwing it all in your conscious mind. Even though you try to be pure, the system always has ways of just trying to unpure your consciousness. Now, when you can control your life through discipline rather than emotion, you will see a lot more changes in your life. You will be able to be consistent in anything you do, whether that be going to the gym, whether that be through saving your money, whether that be through whatever you want to do in your life. If you have self-control, then everything else will follow, guys. This is the number one key to your success. And this is the number one key that silently behind the scenes, I know a lot of young men, especially my age, guys, we struggle with this type of stuff. Now, if you can take control of that, you can do anything you put this mind to. And I promise you guys, this is someone that's living this. Now, I might get questions about people asking me, how do you control temptations? And guys, it's easy. If you're not where you want to be in life, then you shouldn't even be thinking about that. You shouldn't even be wanting to chase any of that. If you don't have what you want to establish, if you don't have your foundation, honestly, you shouldn't be chasing women. You shouldn't be chasing any of that stuff, guys. You work on yourself and everything else will follow. You will have the abundance to do whatever you please if you manifest and lock in for a temporary amount of time. If you lock in and focus, you can have all of that stuff after, guys. So don't worry about that. Don't stress about, chasing women, you not being where you want to in your relationship, or you not being able to have a relationship. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, guys, just lock in, sacrifice a certain portion of your life without being in a relationship, or just being whatever, being single or whatever, being lonely. Just lock in for that temporary time, and I promise, guys, it's gonna all be worth it in the end. You're gonna start establishing yourself way more. And this is where a lot of us struggle with, and I understand because I know how it is. But you have to think about it. When you're on the path of self-improvement and leveling up in your life, it's very lonely. It's a lonely journey, guys. And that's because God wants you to be lonely, because you can hear God's voice. That's why you have intuition. Intuition is what leads you through God's voice. And this is why when you level up, it's very lonely, because God wants to speak to you. God wants to flow through you. Now, if you're talking about scientifically, it goes into the nervous system. Nervous system connects us to the higher power, the divine being. And that's how we get connections and downloads and from the universe. Now, if you're talking about religion-wise, for my Christians out there, Jesus, this is how Jesus connects to you, or so forth, and any other religion. Because, guys, at the end of the day, this is a whole different topic and I'm drifting off, but everything goes back to the nervous system and the universe and everything. It's all one. All religion is just a book that tells you a story, what spirituality explains for you in a very logical way. But that's this different topic. Anyways, guys, this is my message for the video today. My message is, guys, self-control is the ultimate spiritual power. And this is why I actually manifested, being at the level I am through calisthenics, being at the level I am from my age, especially being in a family that didn't grow up with a silver spoon, guys. I work for everything I have. Everything you guys see in my reality today, I worked hard for that. I worked hard for this. I worked hard for everything you see. I did not have a handout, and that's because, guys, I locked in. There was times when I was celibate for years, guys, months. Actually, not years. I won't say years, but like I was celibate for like months, guys. I'm talking about like 6, 7, 8 months, guys. And I locked in. And guys, if you just sacrifice time, you can do anything you want. Sacrifice those times, be alone, be celibate for a while, lock in, cut off distractions, cut off lust, cut off all that stuff. And I promise, guys, you will manifest anything you put your mind to. Okay? But that's my message for today's video. It's been a word, Kaz, and I'll see you guys next time.